Hey, welcome to Digital Trains. This is Prasad again, and this is the third installment of our WebLogic series. In the last two installments, we have seen how to install a WebLogic server and how to create a domain. So we have seen the installation part, and we have also seen the domain part. Now we are going to see the admin console. So what is an administrative console? An administrative console is basically a geographical user interface utility to administrate and manage a WebLogic domain. Every domain has a every domain has a admin server. So one domain has only one admin server, and this admin server will host an implicit application. It's not an explicit application. You're not going to deploy it. It's already pre-deployed. So basically, it's an implicit application which is going to help you to manage and administrate the WebLogic domain. So every domain is going to have only one admin server, and that admin server is going to host an application called as admin console. That's what we're going to see. Now, to start the admin console, we need to start the admin server. So let's see that. So in the last session, we have seen the bin folder. So this is the folder which contains all the binaries. So from this folder, I'm going to fire a command. So the command to start an admin server is start WebLogic. START small WebLogic. If it's going to be a Linux shell, you're going to use SH. If it's going to be Windows, you're going to use CMD. Now, the server is starting up. And here, if you see, it's asking us to enter the username and password of the domain. So the username is WebLogic. The password is WebLogic@123. So you can see the state of the server is running. That means now your admin server is running. And to access the admin console, we're going to use the URL http. I'm using localhost, so localhost colon 7001, which is the administrative port, slash console. So console is the application, is the context root. So the username is WebLogic and the password is WebLogic@123. So this is the administrative console. So with this console, you can do whatever you want to do with your WebLogic domain. And let's go have a walkthrough through this console. Let's see the first part. Let's begin from here. There's something called as a change center. Now, what is this change center? If you remember, in the second video, when we are doing the domain installation, we spoke about production mode and the development mode. We have selected production mode. That means that there are certain configurations that we need to do explicitly. This is one configuration. I mean, this is the outcome of it. So a change center is available only in a production mode. Now, what does change center do? A change center has certain options. If you want to write a configuration, you have to do lock and edit. By locking it, you are locking this admin console for yourself. Nobody else can unlock it, even though if they have the same username and password, they can't do that. So once you lock it, you can do whatever changes that you want. For example, say you want to create a server, you see here, this option is enabled. Now, if you release it, this option will be grayed out. Again, you do a lock and edit, and you can see this is enabled. That means any configuration changes that you need to do on a domain, your lock and edit has to be checked, or it should be clicked in order to have this configuration enabled. Now, if you don't want to do it, if you want to release it, just release configuration. This is one option. So lock and edit and release. Now, If you uh, want to know what are the changes that you did and whether this requires a restart or not, there's an option here, view changes and restart. This will tell you what are the changes that has happened in this console, what are the changes you did, and does it require a restart? If yes, that means you have to restart. If no, it's well and good. So if we have seen two things. One is the lock and edit and the release configuration. So basically lock and edit, and the opposite of is release configuration. Then the view changes. Now, there's one more option. Say, if you have created a server, say I'm doing something, you know, say just creating some server here, some blah, blah, blah. Now you have two more options, activate changes, undo all changes. If I want to activate this change, whatever I did just right now, I have to click on activate changes. If I choose not to do it, maybe by mistake I did it, you have always an option to undo all changes. So once I do undo, nothing is there. So the first highlight of the admin console is the change center. The next, you're able to see a top bar here, right over here. So this one is a home bar. That's what I call. I don't. If there's a name for that. So this is your home. So the complete page is your home page. Then you have an option to log out. Then you have preferences to change it. Then you have a button called as record. What does this record button do? This button will, if you click this, if you click on this, and whatever the changes that you do will be recorded. And then you have a help, then you have a search. So search is basically if you want to search for any configuration inside this domain, you can go very well and do it. For example, if you want to do server, and it will tell you the server, whatever the name that you're searching for. So one done, two done, third one, the domain structure. So this is one tab or one navigation plane that we are going to use quite often. In that, the first thing is the top of the tree is the domain. So with the domain name, this is basically representing your admin console. So the complete domain could be monitored from here. The complete domain anything that is related to domain level could be configured from here. Then how do I do? So this is one option where if you want to do something, if you don't know how to do it, then you can check with this option. Then the last and final one is the system status. So this thing will reveal what is the status of and health of the application servers that are inside. So yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, the navigation plane and the home page. We have 6 options or 6 features of admin console, or I can say 6 areas of admin console with which we can manage WebLogic domain. Sorry. So with this, we'll stop this video. In the next video, we will see how to deal with the WebLogic instances. Thanks for watching.